That's so loud. Now it's too quiet. Hello, Internet. Welcome to today's stream. There's a lot going on I'm looking at right now. I'll see in a moment what I'm talking about. I haven't been able to stream for a couple days, so we're back after that break. Unfortunately, after the last stream, I got a really bad migraine. Otherwise, I was going to do one more stream before the weekend, when everybody was going to be showing up, but that didn't end up happening. Hopefully that won't happen again. And you know, it's really amazing how you get all these ideas of what you want to talk about. Why is this so loud in my ears? Also, why is this like so sappy? Stop. I had a bunch of ideas of what to talk about, and it's just as soon as I hit the start button, the go button, it's gone. I have no idea. I was like, oh yeah, all this stuff happened, let's talk about this and that. It'd be a good time. My stream brain is so different from my normal brain that everything in my normal brain just goes away entirely. So maybe I'll remember stuff I wanted to talk about eventually throughout the course of the stream. I don't know. It's hot tea. But for now, hello, welcome. We're back in BDSP. We're doing shiny hunting for the Spirit Tomb. This is on my main account. I got everything moved over. I got all my shinies moved over. As a result, I now have Pokemon in my boxes that are not shinies because I had to get here without the shinies. But we do have the Manaphy egg, for example. We got all the passes, got all the extra stuff. It's great. These guys are not shiny, which sucks. Look at how not shiny they are. That's a good name. Just how it is. How it has to work. How it be. I'm gonna remove this song. This is so stressful. Remove. Please stop. And yeah, I hope you have all had a good weekend. That was words. That was almost not words. Yeah, like I said, I can't remember anything that I was going to talk about, so that's good. Doink. Click on that. See how that works. Yeah, I don't know. Let's just get to it, right? Right back at the Spirit Tomb. I guess we're doing red today, that's fine. We've got a red timer today, whatever. So this is technically a new account. This is like my technically second encounter, I guess, because I just wanted to make sure that I could actually encounter the damn thing. Also, we are doing this at a weird time because it's 5:30 for me right now. So the lighting is really weird. Hopefully I'll still be able to see. I'm looking for the purpley orbs. Also, you see I have the animated showdown sprite. It's called showdown. What is my... Oh, that's freaky. I don't like that. That's double freaky because my hand is straight up cut off. Plus it's underneath. Where is that? Party. Where's my... Wait. Yes, that's what I want. Boom. Well, that doesn't help me. Whatever. It's fine. Trying out the animated sprites today because why not? One thing I remember now. See if I just say things that I can remember. Listen. There's a lot. So one of the things that I've been working on is making it so that like this overlay, this Pokemon overlay, can also this timer is in front of me, and that's weird. Maybe it's better if it's not. I don't know. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I've been trying to make it so that like these things can show all the variants, which is not difficult to do, except for one thing, which makes it literally impossible to do it at least the way that I'm trying to do it. Unless I want to do it a really stupid way, which would be dumb and bad. So things like, if you display Vivillon, you'd be able to show like all the variants of Vivillon. Same thing with Alchemy. Just in case, you know, maybe somebody's going after a particular alchemy, or they want to show their exact alchemy on screen, whatever. I just wanted to contribute to the project and implement something that the person clearly wanted to implement. Like, going through their code, they had like the beginnings of it implemented, but it wasn't. And I was like, you know what, I want like a little simple programming project. It's written in Python. I just learned the basics of Python. And it's like a really simple programming language, so it wasn't difficult at all for me to pick up, for the most part, except working within the OBS API for scripting, which I'm pretty sure just is broken for what I wanted to do. I won't go into like what exactly it was, because that's a whole lot of like really nitty-gritty nonsense that nobody cares about. Suffice to say, I spent probably a combined total of 15 hours trying to implement one thing over the course of 2 days. I spent about 10 hours one day trying to get this one thing working, and it just wouldn't, and it doesn't, and it can't, as far as I'm aware. So I tried. I'm sure there's like something I can do to whatever. I don't know, and it's very upsetting. So instead, been going back through Omega Ruby. I finished Omega Ruby, I should say, last year at some point, because I've been playing through all the Pokemon games in order to like complete the dexes and everything, because I just wanted to do that, to say that I did that. It's been great, it's been wonderful, you know, it's been whatever. And about halfway through, you know, playing through all the games, and I've been doing it on stream, I realized that by doing this, I'm just creating a living dex. Because, say, I finish Gen 1, I complete the dex, and then I don't know why I'm not resetting. And so then, say I transfer over Abra, or Alakazam, to Gen 2, when I'm doing that. Okay, great. And I'm completing the national dexes of all of the games. So in order to do that, I need an Abra and a Kadabra. So, you know, you breed an Alakazam, get an Abra, evolve it to Kadabra. So now you have Kadabra and Alakazam. Well, then you transfer it over to Gen 3. Gen 4 in my case, because I skipped Gen 3 because it was Gen 6, and I wanted to do the remake, but it was Gen 6, so I had to wait until Gen 6. So I went from 2 to 4. Transfer over to 4. You have Kadabra and Alakazam. Well, need an Abra. So then you make an Abra, then you have Abra, Kadabra, and Alakazam. You have all 3. Boom. Living dex of that trio. Basically repeat that for every Pokemon in the game. Gen 7 is going to be a little different, because obviously I'm not going to have 3 games to go through from 6 to 7, and I'm going to have to get all the versions of the Gen 7 Pokemon. That's not going to be a big deal. I'm not worried about it. That's that's plenty easy. That red timer's freaking me out a little bit. So we did Omega Ruby on stream, beat it, did the Delta episode. It was great, you know. There's no VODs, so don't go looking for them. I didn't give a shit, so I didn't do any of the VODs, because who cares? It's just me playing Pokemon. Completed the dexes off screen, just totally a thing for my own enjoyment, whatever. Lost my save file to Omega Ruby, but then I found a half completed save file, or like 3/4 actually. I had 5 badges. So I redid all of that, and then I completed the Gen 3 dex, as well as I didn't do the national dex in Gen 3, I will say, because I just I did transfer up everything to the Gen 3 remake, so I have everything from Gen 1 to 5. Not quite living dex, but I have all of that in the Gen 3 remake right now. So after I figured out that I wasn't able to do what I wanted to do with the scripts, I've been playing through Pokemon X again. Not again, I guess, for the first time, because I played Y for the first time through Gen 6. And that's been great. Not doing that on stream because I have better things to stream, really. I mean, again, it's just me playing like Gen 6. There's really nothing special to it. I will say in the Gen 3 remake, while I was completing the decks, I got 2 shinies. One of which was Steven's Beldum was shiny for me, which absolutely could not believe that. Completely insane. And really cool. So that was fun. And then yeah, last stream was Arceus, right? That was me completing Arceus. Yeah. Man, I had a great time on that stream, and then it just sucked so much that immediately after I got a migraine. Like, I got up from stream and I was like, okay, time to go make some food, and then I was like, I can't tell where my left hand is. Which, if you didn't know, your body has a sense of where your limbs are, and if that goes away, that's a sign, or for me at least, it's a sign of a migraine. So I'm like, that sucks. And then it stopped, and I'm like, okay, maybe I'm cool. And then I started doing something. What's up, June? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Started doing something else, and then realized the bottom left half, or bottom left corner of my vision was totally gone. I'm like, oh, that's a migraine. That's gonna be bad. And it was really bad. It was really bad. And for the next like 2 days after I got that migraine, I was just completely done. So again, hopefully that doesn't happen again. But I'm trying to remember a series of events. Oh yeah, so after that, yeah, I wasn't able to stream. And during that time off, that's when I was playing Pokemon X, is when I was recovering from the migraine. Because I could barely move. So I was like, I'm just going to sit here in this chair and just go like this, and then play Pokemon X. Whoa, that's a turn of events. Sweet. That's definitely stressful, but holy shit. I feel like you probably shouldn't talk about it for legal reasons, but if you want to, go ahead. That is pretty intense. But when I was playing Pokemon X, I've been playing it through Citra because I couldn't be fucked to load it up on my 3DS. I wanted to play it on a better screen and such. Pokemon has a sub-region thing. So you have like your country and then sub-region, which for the US is like states. Yep. I had a feeling. That would be the case, yep. Well, I hope that all goes well for you. That's like anything legal stuff is really, really stressful for sure. At least you're going to be away from them fairly soon, if I remember correctly, so that's good. Unfortunately, there's going to be a lot of that, especially where you live. Like, I'm not surprised by that at all, unfortunately. But, so unfortunately, I had to move all my Pokemon over from Gen 5 to Gen 3 via PK Hex. I guess I could have loaded it up into... No, I wasn't able to do it through Bank. So I had to do it through PK Hex. And when I moved it over, it said the sub-region was null for the Pokemon that I had already caught in the Gen 3 remake. Because Citra hadn't supported it, and they have like built-in support to it now where it just like kind of like sets it for you, but you can't choose anything. So I was like, okay, let's work on that. Let's implement sub-region into Citra. That sounds fun, since I couldn't do the OBS thing. It took me like 3 days just to get the damn thing to build, and it made me feel extremely stupid. So I might be working on that more this week, I don't know. I moved them over to Gen 3 Remake, so Gen 6. So I'll be able to move it from Omega Ruby to Pokemon X, and then from Pokemon X to Gen 7. Oh, they went like really far with it? Yeah, that's... Gotta love the United States. Yeah, it was a Visual Studio thing. It was a... I mean, okay, so it was a lot of things. Citra, I know you're not going to see this. Please update your build guide. It is a goddamn mess. Yeah, I will give it credit. It does say download 2019, Visual Studio 2019, which is the version that you have to build it with. You cannot build it with anything else than 2019. I don't know why. But then immediately after it says choose Visual Studio 2017 to make it, and then open it in 2017, which is not correct. Oh. I didn't think you had that implemented at all yet. Oh no, wait, you did, that's right. Yeah, I didn't touch it, not my fault. Didn't do anything with it yet. I haven't had a chance. I was gonna look into that too, but now I'm all wrapped up in the Citra stuff that I don't know if I want to work on or not, because it's just trying to track what the 3DS, how the 3DS, like, or Citra handles how the 3DS does it. He didn't touch it either. I mean, how many weird things are happening in Beat Saber lately? Like, let's chalk it up to version differences. I don't know. So yeah, I've had a lot of programming woes, which has reminded me of why I stopped programming. Getting something to work is pretty satisfying if you get it to work within a certain amount of time. But then if it takes too long, it becomes not satisfying anymore. It just feels like this should have worked 20 hours ago. Especially, this is my first time working on like somebody else's project, so it's been really weird. But anyway, that's part of what I've done. Basically, play Pokemon, try programming stuff. There were other things that I was going to talk about, but I don't remember. Oh yeah, since I'm playing through X right now, and part of the stipulation I'm doing, even though I'm not like streaming it, I'm still doing this, is I'm only using Pokemon from the generation. Gen 6 Pokemon suck. I'm not talking about design-wise, that's a completely other matter. Just trying to like build a team, especially early game, that like has stats at all and has moves that can do damage is nearly impossible. Reason projects get abandoned quick. Yeah, I'm starting to understand that. But right now I chose my starter as the Frog, which I've never used. Froakie. I'm not a huge fan of Froakie. Frogadier is actually pretty cool, just design-wise. But like Frogadier can do some decent damage. I've also got, what is it? I'm trying to remember my team now. I've got a Tyrunt who is just crushing everything, which is fantastic. I have a Fletchling evolution that I can't remember the name of that is the worst garbage I've ever seen, and it, God, just fucking learn a move, dude. Level like 32 knows Ember, Quick Attack, and Peck, and Roost. 32 and 3 moves that don't even do 50 base damage. Talonflame can't even learn a move over 60 base damage until Brave Bird at like 60 something. And then that does half of its own health, plus its stats are so fucking bad. None of its stats are over 80, except speed. That one is by far my least favorite. Also, no, hold on. The Flabébé evolution, Floette, also can't do any damage. Maybe now that I got Magical Leaf on it, but I had Razor Blade for a while, and I'm like, okay, grass type move, let's go. I attacked something that was quad weak to grass, and it was overleveled by like 2 levels, I think it was. It did like 3 pixels of health. Yeah, later on, we're good. We're set. The other problem is, though, I'm trying to use Pokemon that I haven't used before. So I do have like a Honedge in my party, but I'm going to be moving that out. And I'm going to replace it with Trevenant. Noivern is fantastic. I'm probably going to slap that in there. The problem is I don't want like 2 dragon types, but like I'm going to have to, I think. Sylveon I used before, so I don't want to use that again. So I'm trying to go with Flowgrass, even though I can't quite evolve it yet. I don't know what Flowgrass's stats are. I haven't looked up that yet. And Malamar I've been considering as well. Yeah, Hawlucha is in fact garbage. I was a bit tempted to replace that Talonflame pre-evolution thing with Hawlucha because Talonflame is just that much worse. I'm doing really slow resets today. This is bad. But it's been a struggle. Man. I don't know why I'm like screaming. I'm like this close to the mic and like screaming. Hold on, why is my mic like peaking almost? One sec. I've legitimately had some issues. Just not okay. Yeah, it got like way up. Okay, there we go. Sorry. His design is really solid. I was looking at it actually when I got him, and I was like, you know what? If there was a fighting bird type, this would be exactly what it should be. Really solid design, but like I just, man. But yeah, I've almost blacked out a couple times, or whited out, or whatever they call it now. Just because my Pokemon suck. And there's no good options. Clawitser's fun. I already have a water type as a problem, otherwise I'd go with Clawitser. It's been a struggle. We're getting through it. I did think about like streaming it again, but I don't want to limit my playtime. I just kind of want to like get through it and be done with it, really. Because if I tried to stream it, it would be another like another freaking like 6 months or more. I just don't want to wait that long to like finish all this stuff. And I only have 2 gens. I only have Gen 6 and 7 left, and I just want to get through it. Also, something really interesting I've noticed. A problem that I had with the 3DS games is that all of the Pokemon seemed really desaturated. That seems to be a problem with the display and not the actual Pokemon textures themselves, because playing it on Citra, most of the Pokemon are actually colored very, like, saturated, I guess. There's been a few that haven't, like Hariyama is really desaturated for no reason. Same with Pichu. But most of them seem pretty good, and then playing it on DS, like I just loaded up my Pokemon Y on my 3DS, and I was like, this looks like fucking garbage. What is happening? What happened to this? So I guess it's just an issue with the display, which seems weird because other games on 3DS seem saturated correctly. I don't know. I mean, Gen 6 overall, like I like designs from every gen. Probably Gen 7 is my least favorite. I'm not 100% sure on that because it's been a while since I've seen it. But there's still some pretty solid stuff. Some of my least favorite designs are in Gen 8. But when you have fossils like that, it's not hard. Also, I'm being really loud right now because I can. I've got about 40 minutes of being able to be loud, so... I'll just talk in a booming voice this entire time! Because I can! I won't do that. It's gonna ruin my voice. See, that's how I would be if I move, whenever I move out. Yeah, I just don't remember the decks all that well. I scared you good. That's what I should do. I think I did hit plus for that one. Oh man. I'm like freaking myself out because I'm getting like, I feel like I'm starting to get a migraine or something because like my hands feel weird. Cause I'm like, when I look at my hand in the camera and I'm moving it and I'm looking at my hand in real life, there's a slight like delay between the two and it feels weird, which has never happened before. But just getting that migraine is like really freaked me out. Cause it's been so long since I've gotten a migraine. I really don't know what set it off that time. I'm hoping it's not like my light configuration or something. I don't think it is because I've had my lights like this for a while. But I'm just, like, so paranoid now. Just really don't want that to happen again. Oh, and right now, I've been wanting to record some VR stuff. But my room is still full. So tomorrow I'm going to be moving all of this crap out of my room. And hopefully, maybe not tomorrow. I'm planning on streaming tomorrow afternoon. Oh god. But tomorrow or Tuesday, I'm hoping to record some VR stuff. We'll see. I don't know why I'm like projecting so much. And I don't need to be. Like, I do this every stream, and that's why my voice is so fucked up. I can just talk, you know. So there's that, and then tomorrow I'm planning on doing a BDO stream. Because I realized, oh, Lycanroc, Incineroar, Serena, Silvally, Mimikyu. Not a fan of most, I think. Serena's whatever, Mimikyu's kind of whatever. I like the Mimikyu lore. Silvally I do actually like a lot. Lycanroc afternoon or midday? What is it? The one with the special ability is pretty solid. I don't yell the mic one here. That's what my brain is saying. I think part of it is also like I can't hear myself like through this. Although when I'm like not streaming, I talk normally. I can't talk normally when I'm streaming is what I've discovered. I went to the store a couple days ago. Maybe it was it yesterday? No, it wasn't yesterday. It was on Friday. And when I was talking to the cashier, I was doing my like stream man voice, and I was like, "What the? Why am I doing this?" I was like kind of like half projecting and kind of like, I don't know, I want to say like lowering my voice, but like just talking in a way. And like the way I'm like talking right now is not natural for me. I don't know. I literally cannot speak normally when I'm streaming. I don't know how this happened, but yeah. 3 migraines a week. Wait, autoimmune? What does that have to do with migraines? What? I've never heard of migraines being caused by an autoimmune thing. Yeah, every migraine that I have, I lose vision. Not entirely, but At least like part of my vision. Which is how I know. It's like, oh yep, this is real migraine happening right now. I'm going to die. And I always get the ones that are like the worst kind. I don't remember what they're called, but another fun thing, I've talked about it before, but a fun thing that happened a few years ago was I had a migraine that came with aphasia as well, which put me in the hospital. So that's why I'm extra worried about migraines, because I don't want to go to the hospital because I can't afford that shit. Also, hold on. Oh, the game is muted again. God damn it. I keep doing that. Why is the... Wait. The background music is supposed to be off. I'll fix that again. I guess it's been good that the game audio's been off, because, yeah. But there's been a couple times when I've been able to, like, stave off a migraine just by, like, getting in the dark early and, like, drinking a bunch of water and stuff, and just... you know... Whoa. Turn off background music real quick. Hypopituitary. Oh, hypopituitarism. Okay. I see. Yep. I wish I knew what caused my migraines, and also that I had migraine medication around. I don't. I really should. I know if I have, like... There's kind of like a flat spot in the back of my head from I don't know what, but if there's like if I have like weight on it for a long time, if it's like pushing up against a flat surface and I'm like putting weight on it for an amount of time, like that'll 100% trigger a migraine. I think that's why like the aphasia happened, because I just was like pushing on that part for a long time. Cervical spine. I don't know. I mean, for a lot of times it just seems like, you know, too much sugar, or like having a bunch of sugar and then like cutting it out will do it, or like lights. If like a light hits my eye in the wrong way, it'll just like cause a blind spot, and that'll just, you know, migraine from there. It's just weird. Migraines are weird. I know there's been like a lot of study on it, and there's not a lot of, at least last I knew, there wasn't a lot of like knowledge as to why they happen exactly, what all can cause them. Down your neck and shoulders. Never heard of that. For me, it's, I lose the ability to tell, like this happens sometimes. Sometimes I'll lose the ability to tell where one of my hands are, my left or right arm is, which has happened while I'm driving sometimes, which is extra freaky because I'm like, how much am I actually moving my hand right now? I have no idea. It's a super weird feeling. Like if my hand is not in my vision, I literally have no idea where it is, aside from like just estimating based on like how much I can feel that it has moved based on like, you know, wind touching it or whatever. And then I get like the blind spot that like spreads, and basically how big the blind spot is how bad the migraine's gonna be, which is really fun when you basically lose all the vision in one eye, or like on one, like half your vision or something, and like, oh I'm fucked this time. And like this last time it was like an entire quarter of my vision, so I'm like, oh, this is gonna be fun. All right, great. And that's pretty much it for me. And then I get the, you know, the severe stabbing pain that feels like my brain's trying to murder itself. That's fun too. Also, this last time, usually I don't get nauseous, but for some reason drinking water hurt my stomach, and my stomach was very readily extricating anything in it. all night. Blurry orbs? Orbs, that's interesting. Yeah, for me, it's just like straight up a blind spot. Yeah, just like losing sense of where your limbs are is the weirdest part to me. Like it makes sense because it's like impairing your whatever, you know, it's like brain stuff, sure. But it's just like not something that you ever think about because like you have that sense, but it's not a sense that you realize you have. Because it's not like taught in schools, like you can sense where your arms are. But when you lose it, it's like, oh no. Oh, I need that. Yeah, I mean, again, the migraines that I get are like the worst kind, whatever they're called. And like sometimes it makes me just want to like stab myself in the brain so I don't have to be in that much pain anymore. It is so bad. Or it can't be so bad. This last time, thankfully, like the pain wasn't as bad as it could be. I was just stomach distress all night. And also the like afterward, when I woke up the next morning and I was like, okay, the migraine's gone. I think my head is still pounding, which usually doesn't happen. Like usually migraine is done, it's done. I won't have a lot of energy afterward, but I won't have like lasting pain. This last time it was like 2 days, and also my abs, because stomach. Yeah, it was bad. I don't want to think about this anymore. Let's talk about something else. We've covered migraines enough. I had 2 cups of coffee today. I had 3 cups of coffee on Friday, which was bad. I say now I've learned to not do that, but it's probably gonna happen again sometime. Today I had 2 cups because it was really weak coffee. Since family showed up, you know, they brought some McCafe coffee. I'm like, okay, sure, fuck it. It was a lot better than Folgers. Gotta say that, Folgers. I don't want a sponsor for me. Yeah, not very strong. And I don't know if that's just the way that we was brewed or what, but it was McDonald's coffee. I'm like, alright, yeah. It's pretty average, pretty meh, but you know, after having 3 coffees and then like I woke up the next morning, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna need coffee today. And today was the same. I'm just like, alright, let's do it. I mean, it wasn't, it was made in the coffee maker here, and I don't know how like strong coffee maker coffee is. I use an AeroPress because I don't have anything else. And I was actually looking into like coffee for like drip coffee machines or whatever the fuck for like single serving, either for like 1 mug or just like 2 cups instead of like 16. Cause I don't need 16 cups of coffee, dude. I'm just me. My God. But they're still so expensive. It's like you can get like a 16 fucking cup coffee maker for the same price as like a 2 cup. I don't know why. I would love to use a French press. Are you kidding me, dude? Please. Someday that'll happen, but I kind of want like a hand bean grinder, just because it feels like it would be more consistent of a grind and less loud as fuck. The grinder that I have is fantastic. It does the job, and you know, at a point it's fairly consistent. I mean, there is like pretty much always like powder in there versus actual like rounds of what I want, but I think that's gonna happen no matter what kind of grinder you use. It's just so loud. It's not what I want to hear when I'm like needing coffee. Yeah, since I'm using an AeroPress, like it's pretty good, you know. It gets the job done at the very least. So yeah. Too lazy. Nice burr grinder. Interesting. I'll have to look into that. I only have beans. I don't have grounds. Cause I'm a fucking... What is it? I'm pretentious. It's the best word I can think of. Listen, if I'm gonna have anything, I want it to be nice. Alright? And especially for coffee, because, I mean, I was talking about having like multiple cups of coffee a day or whatever. That's not normal. I usually have a coffee a week, at most. Not fortnight. No. Beans and spices and stuff. Interesting. Yeah, you got that fortnight grinder, bro? That's not for coffee. Cooking bread. I mean, I've never heard of it, so. Yeah, I mean, you know. I'm more worried about the noise than anything else. Also, just, I don't know, the process of like making coffee, I want it to be more enjoyable. And pressing a button is not satisfying. Especially pressing a button and then hearing for like a minute or whatever. It's not a minute, it's like 30 seconds or something. It's not satisfying. So yeah, anyway, I had a lot of coffee lately. And I'm gonna try to not have coffee the next couple days, maybe. It's really enjoyable when it's 6 AM. The noise is not, though. That's the problem. My hearing is very sensitive. Oh no, bro, like I want to enjoy the process. I want to start my day with like just like, yeah, I made this and it's tasty. Cuz otherwise I'm going to wake up and be like, "Oh, I got to listen to that fucking noise." Shit. I don't want to do that. Even in the middle of the day, if I'm like fully, like not fully awake, if I'm having coffee in the middle of the day, I'm not fully awake. If I'm making coffee in the middle of the day, I still don't want to be like, I don't want to listen to that noise. But I really need coffee. I'm pretentious as fuck, okay? Starts with the anger that the day has begun. Yeah, there's that. I mean, I don't know. It's been so long since I've had to like wake up at a certain time, you know? Other than like generally before like after like evening. But even when I was like working and stuff, it was just, I don't know. I'm not a morning person, that's for sure, but if I had something that I could like look forward to waking up, like, oh, I like get to try to make a good cup of coffee or something today. Which again, like I don't drink coffee every day, so it's not a consistent thing even. It's more of just because I don't drink it very often. I mean, I'm more now, but theoretically not often. In my mind, not often. I want the entire experience to be enjoyable. So that when I do it, it's nice. Shortly after lunch. So you have like 2 classes and then your day starts? Yeah, I mean, there's a reason I failed, what was it? Introduction to Electrical Engineering. Is because my labs were at 7 AM. I made it to like 3 or 4 of them. I don't know why I even bothered going. I went to like 3 in a row in the middle of the year after not showing up for like 4 weeks or something. Nobody questioned it. I went there, I had a good time, it was fun. But I can't imagine what everybody else was thinking. They're like, who is this motherfucker? Where's this dude? I mean, I went there the first like 3 days. And then it was like a week and a half or something before I showed up to another one. And then, you know, in class, it was like, all right, you know, your big lab projects are going to be due soon. I'm like, oh, I should probably go to that. And then I went to one, and it's like, all right, we're going to be starting on a big project. And then I never went again. And then I got almost 100% on the final. And that covered stuff that they went over. They covered a bunch of stuff that went over in the labs. And I got a perfect score on all of that shit. But I still failed. I don't want to do anything before 11 a.m. Like, it's so annoying because the way that my body works. And I don't know if this is because I've trained it this way or just like something in my genetics has, like there's some weird mutation that I have that makes me more nocturnal or something. I'd be super interested to learn what's going on with it. But when left to my own devices, I will consistently go to bed at 4 a.m. That is the time that my body wants to go to bed at. I don't know why, but it is so consistent. I didn't get water. I just realized. I only brought this tea. So, you know, my body's wanting to go to bed at 4 a.m. I had a job where I had to wake up at 5. And I never missed a day of that from oversleeping, somehow. Well, here's the thing too with night shift. Like night shift, same thing for me. Like I did night shift at Walmart for like 2 months, and that was hell. It was miserable. I mean, it was also Walmart. It's also like cleaning bathrooms at Walmart. But just like the schedule was just like, it just fucked me up so bad. I think it was a lot better than daytime jobs where I gotta go in at like 9 a.m. or whatever the hell I'll say. Yeah, nighttime is when I want to be awake though, like absolutely, 100%. Yeah, I had an 8:30 class as well, and I think I failed. To be fair, I think that was macroeconomics, and they did everything they possibly could to get people to fail in that class because for some reason every macroeconomics professor at my college thought that their class was the hardest class in the entirety of school, despite it being an intro course. And so they tried to do everything to like make people fail for no goddamn reason other than to just say that their class was hard. 4 a.m. to 4:30, Wednesday through Friday, it'd be nice. Starting at 4 a.m., there's no way. No. If it was 4:30 p.m. to 4 a.m., I could do that. That'd be great. I mean, that wouldn't be great because then I'd be working like 12 hours a day, but only 3 days a week though. I think I could swing that. Best job I had, easily hands down, game crashed, and partially just because I liked it so much. Stagehand work, like for a non-festival show. You're showing up at like 9 a.m. which, like, you know, it's pretty standard, I think, but I mean, it's not like I feel like most jobs I've had is like get here at like 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. It's like 9 or 9:30 was so nice. And you get done with load-in at like noon. And then you leave for like 5 hours to just do whatever the fuck. And then you come back at, what was it, like 7 p.m.? And then you get done at like anywhere between 11 to, you know, whenever. Depends on the show. 4:30 p.m. to 5 a.m. Jesus. That's not good. And for Walmart, for me, it was 8 p.m., I believe, to... That can't be right. That's 12 hours. What was that? God, when was that? It wasn't 8 p.m. Maybe it was 10? I guess it would have had to have been 11 to 8 a.m. Or 10 to 7? Don't remember. It was something like that. That was a bad time. Also, like, I hate driving at night. So driving to work, and it was in a town over, so it was a half-hour drive to and from work, which is also expensive, especially now. But yeah, that was not fun. Luckily, there was never anybody on the road when I was going to work or coming home, really. It's like that part was cool. But it's like I was getting home when people were leaving for work, and I was like, all right, I'm home. It's time to just pass out. It's like that. It's not fun. I don't like that. See, the real problem is that I don't like working at all in general. I hate being forced to like go somewhere and do stuff for somebody else, unless it's something that I enjoy doing. My brain is just not built for that. So the way society is set up is bad for me. That's why I wanted to be a streamer, because like I enjoy doing this, and I'm not particularly good at it, but it works for how my brain works. 21-hour workdays. That's illegal here. That's extremely illegal. Yeah, I would never do that. I'd be like, ha, go fuck yourself. I'm doing literally anything else with my life. Thank you. Well, it certainly should be. I don't think that's particularly, what is the word? That's not something people would fight about. I can't think of words right now. Basically, this entire stream has been, am I having a migraine right now? Not to bring it back to migraine talk, but I'm just like, I don't know, I feel weird. My body feels off. I'm not sure why. It was like, as soon as I turned on the lights, it's like, oh god. No, as soon as I looked into the camera and saw myself moving, and it was like offset, I'm like, why is this suddenly affecting me weird? Oh god. Unpaid internship should also be illegal. That's not cool. That's really stupid. But that's why I dropped out of college, because I didn't want to like, go, I mean... Programming. Ugh. Programming can be very fun. It can also be extraordinarily frustrating, and also just like, okay, go to this big building, put yourself in this tiny cubicle for like, you know, 8 hours a day, writing code for somebody else on a project you don't care about, working with code databases that are like decades old, that who knows who wrote what or how good anybody was writing it. It just sounded like the worst thing in the world to me. And even if there was something on the other side of it, like working for my own business or like doing freelance work for people that could be better, you know. Oh man. Yeah, you've had a very Your work experience so far. I'm extraordinarily jealous. I don't want to say that I am, but I have to admit that I am. You do not realize how good you've had it. Because my first job was janitorial work for a church. And I've had a lot of like really shitty labor jobs like that. And never had anything remote. So it's gonna be very interesting once you do have a job that you're gonna have to go somewhere for, because I can guarantee you that you're going to have to, because every business is trying to make it like go back to offices, except for like smaller businesses, I guess. But yeah, it's just, oh man. Bro, I wish I could do remote work. I've been applying for remote work actually for like audio stuff, but guess what? Nobody wants somebody that hasn't had a job in like 2 years. Imagine that. And also hasn't done exactly what they're asking for, you know? Because it's all like audio editing stuff, and I haven't technically done audio editing professionally. You know, people have this weird like offset in their brain of like, if you're doing work in like live production, like it's completely different than doing it for a recorded and like posting. It's like, dude, I'm literally editing audio on the fly live while people can hear it. I'd like to see any of your fucking audio engineers that have never done live shit do that shit, dude. Live is so much more difficult and more stressful than fucking sitting down in a booth and be like, okay, I have like 16 hours to get this mix done. Meanwhile, for live stuff, it's like, if I do anything wrong, everyone's gonna know, and the band is gonna be pissed. The people like on over me are gonna be pissed. The audience is gonna be pissed. But for some reason, all these people are just like, well, you've only done live stuff, so that doesn't matter. Oh god, I remember this fucking guy that was like, when I was in Colorado still, I applied to like install permanent fixtures for, I think it was like cameras or something. I don't remember exactly what it was. But it was very similar. It was basically the same exact thing that I do for live shows, just in a more like permanent setup. But he said like, because I had never worked in like a permanent venue, which wasn't true at all, by the way, that it wasn't set, and like he wasn't even listening to me at all. This dude pissed me off so much. He was just like, well, like, why do you think you're good for this if you haven't done like permanent stuff before? It's like, well, I have done permanent stuff. It's like, well, you're just not fit for it because of this. I'm like, I'm gonna fuck you up. That guy pissed me off so much. You pay them? Oh my god. Sorry, I just saw the unpaid clinical stuff, like, yeah, unsurprisingly, the healthcare industry is screwed up as hell in the US. Yeah, also just the fact that I haven't had a job in, you know, like 2 years or so, because how the fuck am I gonna work in live audio shit? It's not a thing that exists. It's a struggle, for sure. And I'm trying to do like remote stuff. I think once I start applying for like in-person stuff, it'll be a lot easier, but because it's gonna be more akin to what I've done, you know. But it's been a while since I've even applied to anywhere, and like resume and cover letter, and oh my god, it's so bad. I'm shocked that my resume has gotten me any job ever at all, because it's so bad. I saw a resume template like a couple weeks ago, and I was like, oh, is that what it's supposed to look like? Uh-oh. Oh dear. I hate 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 working, man. I don't know. I mean, I do really enjoy. Unfortunately, the stuff that I do enjoy doing doesn't pay very well, so. Or rather, it does pay well, I just can't get enough work to sustain myself, so I have to do the shit that I don't enjoy. I'm not fit for capitalist society. It's intentionally different. See, that's the problem. I don't think it is. I think it's the most generic thing you could possibly have. So it doesn't stand out to anybody. Also, everything I've seen is like, your resume should be 1 page. I'm just like, how, dude? Fucking, like... to have the text big enough to be readable and have all this fucking information that you're saying I'm supposed to have on here? How do I fit this on 1 page? It's impossible. I'm sorry I'm so fucking qualified that I've had so many jobs and so many skills that apply to this shit. It takes me 1.5 pages. Oh. Also, cover letters are like my least favorite thing in the world. It's... you have my resume. You know what I did. You know what I do. You know what happened in frickin' 1993 when I was born. You know that because it's on my resume. Number 1 with a bullet. So we're gonna fucking read the cover letter. Gotta repeat all the information. Except be more fucking pompous about it. I don't give a shit. Stop trying to make me act like I care for about working for you. I don't. I hate job applications so much. Just let me talk to a person. Just let me have an interview. Fuck off. I love interviews. Interviews are great. I get to talk to somebody. I'm so bad with written stuff. I can't get across anything correctly, like when I'm writing, I feel like. But when I'm talking to somebody, just my brain works so much better that way. It's like, hey, my resume from now on is just like, let me interview. That's my resume. Just like, you'll find out everything about me in the interview, okay? What's that? You don't have time to interview 10,000 people? Too bad. You want somebody to work for you? You gotta put some work in too, alright? That's all I'm saying. You know? I'm not cut out for that's how fucking society's set up at all. Oh dear. It really just comes down to the fact that I haven't like done any of that stuff in so long. Not that I ever enjoyed doing it, but I felt pretty confident in it about it at one point. Just not anymore. I keep putting my hand on my mouse like I can somehow play this game with my mouse. I cannot. If you didn't know, you cannot play the Switch with your mouse. At least this game. Maybe there's some game you can. I don't know. Excuse. And now comes the time where I have to be quiet again. See, this is what I want to do. I want to just scream and yell about things. That's my jam. I was having fun. Now I have to not have fun anymore. I'm still gonna have fun. I have to have quiet fun. That sounds wrong. Don't take that out of context. I think I've just seen too many, like, clips of stream VODs that take things out of context now, so I feel like everything's taken out of context always. I don't think anybody's ever... I'm pretty, like, certain for a fact nobody's taken any parts of my videos or streams or anything and, like, put them in a compilation of any kind, or, like, made, like, clips of them or anything. So, I don't gotta worry about it. Even if you make a clip of something, it's kinda whatever. The rest of the stream is, you know, right there. I've had quotes taken out of context, but that's different. That's just text. It's not me. You can't tell how emphatically I'm saying something through text. I guess you could put it in all caps, but that could just be fake. Could be like, oh, he was really screaming. It's like, no, it wasn't. You don't know. I just had a thought. It's interesting. I started having peanut butter and jelly sandwiches again. And then I got a migraine. And I just had one right before stream. Now my body feels weird. Am I allergic to PBJs? Is the jelly getting in my brain and jamming it up? So what's happening? Could be. You don't know. Might be, dude. I don't know. All I'm saying is I used to have PBJs every day for lunch when I was in college and I was working. Was I in college? Did I drop out at that point? I think I had dropped out at that point and I was working at a greenhouse for flowers and vegetables. I had a PBJ every lunch. I probably had migraines then. Because, like, here's the thing, right? Sandwiches, like, freak me out now because I had PBJ and before that I was having, like, sandwiches with, like, lunch meats and stuff, and I would just get sick all the fucking time. So, sandwiches are very worrying to me because they've made me sick a lot of times. Shiny Lux rolling in, let's see if it works. It didn't work. Gonna need 30 more of those on my table. Sorry. So yeah, it's concerning. Sandwiches are a concern of mine. That's a quote. Yeah, I don't know. I see somebody clip something. I don't know what's happening right now. I had a lot of fun screaming, I gotta say. It wasn't screaming exactly, it was just speaking emphatically, we'll say. Yeah, I got nothing. I was going nowhere with that. I think by next month, not by next month, during next month, I'll have gotten everything sold that I need or wanted to. Needed to. And I can start trying to move out, actually. So, that'll be interesting. I'm like nervous about joining the workforce again, but that'll be fine. I've done much scarier things than start doing a thing that I've done already again. Oh no, not something I have experience with. That's the worst. Maybe that's why it's scary. It's like, I know what it's gonna be like. We just need to get me to partner by the end of next month. Experience is the biggest killer. What's not the biggest killer? Because I think inexperience is also. But if we just get partner next month, all my problems will be solved. That's how it works, right? Become partner and then you're good. You don't need to do anything more. Oh man, it is really bright in here, I gotta say. I forgot how bright these lights are. I think I do need to move that light because it is like right in my eyes. But if I move it, the lighting's not gonna be as good. Yeah, exactly. Hitting partner means all of your problems in life are solved. It's that simple. It's like when you get 100,000 subs on YouTube, it's like you're done, you're sad, you're good, you made it. That was I don't know if anybody knows, but like that was a big, I was gonna say conception, that sounds weird. There was something that was kind of like in the zeitgeist of like our YouTube ideals back in the day. It was like 100,000 subs and like that's where you can like do YouTube full time. Which sub amount has nothing to do with, you know, how many views you get. I'm gonna do something with that light. I don't know what, but I'm gonna do something with that light real quick because it is really bugging me. 1 second, I'll just be over here. So I stare directly into the light. Go towards the light. Whoops. Adjusting lighting during stream is the best idea you can do. How does that look? See, now I'm like super dark because I have no light. But there's not light right in my face. That feels nice. Let me do this reset and I'll adjust it further. That's the problem with like really bright lights. Is that they're really bright? It's a blessing and a curse. Not like these are like the best quality soft boxes either. See, I think I now have like the same issue. It's just slightly different. Yeah, that is kind of better actually. It's fine. It's not directly in my eyes, so that's nice. Oh my god. So yeah, now we're to like this time of day when I've been like getting kind of sleepy. I don't really know how long I'm gonna be streaming for today. It's only been like an hour and a bit, right? Yeah. My timer is right in the way. Down there. What's going on? Saw that quote. It's truth, really. Yeah, I really wanted to stream today because I've been wanting to stream the last couple days and wanted to get A lot of shiny hunting done, but at the same time, I'm also tired. I don't know why. I'm not, like, particularly sleepy, but I'm kind of also just, like, mentally tired. I guess from, like, family being around or whatever. So I gotta be, like, active and talk to people, and I have to exist. Existence is very tiring. I'm sure you all understand. You know, I did forget that I'm listening to this music, which also is like kind of chill music, and then shiny hunting doing the same thing over and over. It's been a while, and it's not been like a long time, but I think it's been over a week since I was doing shiny hunting. I almost reset. Oh my god. My brain is so out of it. And you know, you forget sometimes that this is what this is. Especially doing resets. The last couple, well, the last hunt I did was a wild hunt, so I got to at least like see different Pokemon, and I had to actively run around, and I didn't have to wait for loading screens that take forever. And the hunt before that was a reset hunt, but that happened in like 80. So that didn't count. And the hunt before that was also a wild hunt. So I kind of got used to not doing resets, and now I'm doing resets again. There was Combi, I guess, as well, but for some reason that wasn't too bad. I don't know why. I also didn't actually get a Combi, but I did like 700 resets on that, which I guess was only 2 days. Oh man. It's kind of weird though, because I have been like staying up until about 10 p.m. like 10 to 11 and going to bed then. I'm still getting tired around like 6 to 7 p.m. which is now. I've made a decision. My decision is that I don't like the animated sprites. Why did that one not change? What are you doing to me? You're set to static. There you go, buddy. There you go. It's too much motion. It's freaking me out. It's too much to look at. Also, I just really like home sprites. Oh yeah, another thing. Pokemon Go is a thing that I've started doing a little bit. I'm not really like playing it. I've basically just been trying to get like Pokeballs so I can get more Meltan, so I can get a Melmetal, which I think I can do now actually. I couldn't remember when I last moved Pokemon over from Go to home so I could get another like Meltan box. But I think it's been long enough for it now. And I don't need that much more mini bot. Blah, blah, blah. I don't need that many more Meltan to get a Melmetal. But I wanted to try out the raids again because I want to say like during 2020 when I was kind of just like on Go a lot because like what the fuck else was I doing at the time, you know? I was trying to do remote raids and I couldn't find a place that would like had any way to connect with other people to do that. So I looked again and there was a website that was like, you know, sign up, put your friend code in, and then you can like connect with other people. Like other people will post the raids they're doing. You can join it and then they'll like friend you and then invite you to the raid and stuff. I'm like, cool, that's great. So I did that. I only joined one raid and we failed miserably. And then the next day I had like 35 friend requests. I don't know how or why or what, but I was like, yeah, sure. Sounds good to me. And a lot of them have been sending me gifts every day for some reason as well. Like, I'm not sending you guys anything because I don't want to like dox myself. They keep sending me gifts. I'm like, okay, sure. And I did get invited randomly to another raid once, and we actually did beat it. It was Tapu Fini, so I got a Tapu Fini, so I'm like, that's sure, why not? And now I'm like stocked up on Pokeballs again, and I'm gonna go get some Melmetal at some point. Maybe after this stream, I don't know. But I can get my own Melmetal and my own Meltan, and I can transfer them over and be like, ooh, look at it, it's mine. Because I do have a Melmetal and Meltan in Gen 8 right now, but they are not mine. And since I have a month of home, which I'm actually not even sure when that's going to go until, or if I need to cancel that subscription still or not. I think I do, actually. I want to make use of it. Which is also why I'm trying to like speed through Gen 6 and 7 as fast as possible so I can get that over transferred to home, so I don't have to like pay for another month of home, even though I didn't pay for this one since I had gold coins. Yeah, that's pretty much how it be, you know. Goodbye. And then, what else did Pokemon go? I think that was it, yeah. I was able to hit up a couple Pokestops when I was like shipping stuff through eBay. Sorry. Had some phlegm in my throat. I really do need to get some water. I'll get some after this thing, so I ran out of tea just now. Oh boy, quoting me some more, what's happening here? No. Internet good stuff. Oh god. I don't even know where to start with that. If you're not in my Discord. Is it? I feel like that doesn't meet the definition of sushi. It is macaroni and cheese with hot dogs rolled up in the seaweed that I cannot remember the name of. Nori. That kind of seaweed might have a different name. Okay, I'm going to go get some water. Alright, I'm back. I remembered something as well. What the fuck? Just moved to the wrong scene, okay. That was pretty cool. On Friday, I grilled some marinated chicken. And it was fucking perfect. I nailed it. It was delicious. That's all I gotta say about it. I almost took a picture of it, because it looked beautiful. I don't know why I didn't, frankly. But I haven't been able to eat any of it all weekend. So tomorrow I'm gonna go to the store. Also, I probably am gonna have to cut it off like really early at 500, because when I was walking out there, I am like not feeling well. Don't know why, but I don't want to chance anything, you know. I probably am still kind of just like tired and out of it from family being here and stuff. Not that I didn't really do much of anything. I moved around some furniture, sure, but it's not a whole lot. But tomorrow I'm planning on streaming probably like around this time again, or I'm probably gonna be starting earlier, like 6 hours earlier than now. So yeah, I do want to keep going, but I'm just like really nervous about pushing myself too far or hard right now. Because it's like, alright, I came back to streaming, yay! Then it's like, oh, I got sick because I streamed too much, or I like pushed myself too hard, and then I wasn't able to stream in a couple days. That would suck. So I'm gonna go figure out what's wrong with me, or try to, and be sure that I'm rested up for tomorrow's stream. I was hoping to do like 4 hours today at least. It's an hour and a half. It's like not very long at all, unfortunately, but hopefully we can do tomorrow and be okay. Don't know. I have a massive headache. But thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I can apologize for a short stream, but it do be like that sometimes. Hope to catch you tomorrow. And have a wonderful rest of your night or morning or whatever time it is for you. Stay safe, stay healthy, as I'm trying to do right now. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.